guys, and this is PM. You're watching Edit Life with PM. This is where we edit life, we cut, we copy paste, we remove, we fix, we do graphics, we do everything until we come up with a solution or with answers. And thank you so much for loving my, Edit Life with PM show. And this is where we talk about issues of life, and it's all about well-being or emotional well-being, mental health, self-love, emotional well-being, and such. It's more of psychological. So guys, there's a question that I want to answer that I found 3 of you asking me. One of you asked me, PM, have you ever gone through a heartbreak? Yes, many times, many. Okay. And another one asked me, what was your worst heartbreak? And another one asked me, PM, how did you manage to overcome heartbreaks in your life? So all those questions, they rotate in one thing. And I want to say or to talk about a heartbreak, or rather the heartbreaks that I've ever gone through. Yes, nobody that hakuna mtu hajaipitia. Kila mtu amepitia. Not kila mtu, but most of us tumepitia heartbreaks. Na tumeheal, na tukapitia ingine na ingine tunazitaga. Nowadays we are calling them character development. But I don't want to talk about every heartbreak I've ever gone through, because the experience was not the same. But I want to talk about this particular heartbreak. That when I remember it, I laugh at myself. When I remember it, I just smile. Yes, I overcame it. I healed. It was not a good one. I want to talk about a particular heartbreak without mentioning anyone, of course. This is 14 years ago. So we are talking about 2011. So I was around 26 years, or rather 27 years. And this heartbreak really slapped me well. I think also it's because of age. The older you become, the better you become, more mature you become, more grounded you become. And even if you go through heartbreaks, there are things that you borrow from the future, from the previous, or there are things that you know that you never knew when you were 26. What I know now at 40, I didn't know when I was 25, 26, 27. I didn't know. So I think because of my age then, I think that is why it slapped me very, very well. And also, I think because I didn't know what I know now. Yes, I'm not saying that if I go through a heartbreak, it's not paining. It is paining. But automatically, they are shock absorbers. Yes, there is a level of maturity. Yes, there is a level of handling things. Yes, also I'm more enlightened because I have even gone to school. So I have learned psychology. So I'm able to cope, I'm able to manage, I'm able to, I can say now it's better more than them days. So 14 years ago, here I am. I was a praise and worship leader at my church. I was not yet even a pastor. I was just preaching here and there, youth meetings, fellowship and all that. But I was not fully like a pastor. But I was fully praise and worship leader. And I was, a leader in the church. And I was a full-time minister in the church. I was employed actually by the church. And then here comes, I was doing my keshas. I used to call them Hallelujah Night. By now, recently I was calling them prophetic nights. So this night, I used to welcome people, invite singers, praise and worship leaders from different churches, musicians. And then my apostle that time, the pastor I used to be under, he will preach, or rather he will bring us a new preacher. Now, it happened that I came across this young man who was a praise and worship leader in his church, and also he was a junior pastor or a residence pastor in his church. And let me tell you, he came to our kesha and he was super, super, super. And then from there, we built a rapport. We became friends, and I will invite him every month now. So because the keshas were monthly, so I will invite him every month. So because of coming, we became friends. And after few months, yes, there was a thing developing between us. And after a few months, we started dating. Yes, with this young man. And right that time, I'm 26, I'm young. He's also young. He was going to his 30s. Yes, he was in his 30s. If I can remember, he was 32, 33. And so he's doing what I do in my church, and I was excited. I was happy. You know, when you find someone that is doing what you are doing and he love it, now you think, by that time, I thought my dreams are accomplished. Well, so we started dating. And we dated for an year. After 1 year, we decided, let us take it a bit higher. And that 1 year, it was heaven on earth, because we were going for dates, dinner, lunch, you know, like it was good. And what I can say, he was a good man. He was romantic. You know, he's coming from Lowland, Lows. Hey, venye watu wanasemanga they are romantic, they are, because this guy will open a door for me for the car. This guy will open a door for me tukienda hoteli. He will not sit before I sit. Ataniondolea kiti hivi niketi. We, at 26 years, uliona wapi hiyo? I was super excited. We, I was happy. And that time, my mother of one. That time I had only Jimmy. So I was feeling I'm in the right place, in the right relationship. But one thing I've come to realize, when everything is too good, think twice. When the deal is too good, think twice. Like, hamukosani, hamuguarani, muko tu, hakuna friction, hakuna nini. And Makyu, we are born again, and we believe, you know me, I'm millennial, we believe in, abstaining until marriage. So this time we are not intimate. We are not even sleeping together. We are not kissing. We are not that intimate. We are just hugging here and there, going out. Tunaachana, mtu anaenda kwake, mi naenda kwangu. By that time, ninakaa Mathare Huruma. Na yeye anakaa Ridgeways. You mark that, Ridgeways, nitakuja kukuambia. So we are good to go. So we say, let us take it a little bit higher. And we went to his pastor, and he introduces me, and the pastor was excited. He was one of the men of God in this city. Then we go to my pastor, and my pastor is excited and say, hey, Nyambu. By that time I was Nyambu. Hey, Nyambu. Mungu amekukumbuka. And now we were given like a go ahead. Now you can, because we wanted to tell our pastors, then we start going to our parents, and we arrange a date for the parents. We arrange a date for the parents to see my parents, to see his parents. Introduction now. After introduction, so that we can be given now go ahead for dowry. And this guy was ready. Say many ready. So, hey. So tumeenda kwa pastors, tumepewa go ahead, so we are excited, we are over the moon. Then guess what? After a month, I got engaged with a golden ring in one of the famous, beautiful hotels here in the city center in Nairobi. A surprise that was arranged very well by my friends and him. And he proposed me. He asked me, will you marry me, on his knee? We, nani apendi hapo? Ladies, niambieni nani hataki hivyo? So you see now my dreams are becoming reality. And I was proposed, and I was happy. I was like, this is the man. We arranged the date. After my proposal, we arranged the date. We are visiting, and we call mom. Mom, we are coming. I'm coming this time, and I will come with a visitor. And that time, my mom was living in Mombasa. Then we called his parents, and they were okay waiting for us, and we arranged the dates. And after those dates, we were meant now to plan for dowry. And then after that, we fixed a date for wedding. One Sunday, there comes a woman in church, and this woman, akileo nawapea masiri zangu, this woman, she comes and sit at the third row from front, third or fourth, if I can remember. And I'm leading the church, and I'm leading the worship, and people are like, worshiping, and people are like praying, and everybody is on their knees. Some people are lifting their hands, crying. The worship was very, very powerful. But this particular lady, I noticed she's not closing eyes, she's not praying, she's not lifting hands, she's not doing anything. She's just there. Yeah, she's just there. And I'm like, hey, nikasema na moyo, because the church setup was a deliverance church. So the apostle was a deliverance apostle. Ule wa kutoa mapepo. He used to remove demons. So I'm like, in my head, this woman is possessed. Zile mapepo zitatoka leo. I can even see them, because ananiangalia straight to the eye. She's not doing anything. She's just there. And now we got to praises. When we go to praises, we are dancing all over. We are, bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. We are all over jumping, celebrating, singing. This woman is seated down. Nikasema huyu na kuambia mapepo zitatoka leo. And we finished the session. And after that, apostle came, preached, did deliverance. And this woman is just there. Mi nangoja, by the way, aanguke. Unajua ile kanisa ya kutoa mapepo, toka in the name of Jesus, you demon, get out. Me, I'm waiting for this lady to go down, like aangushwa na mapepo, because unaona sasa mtu wa participate in anything. Me, I was thinking, into me is being possessed, and it's really bad to judge people, by the way. Praise and worship. Mkiona mtu aimbi, hapigi makofi, hasimami, hapigi hafungi macho, hainui mikono, msianze kumjaji mseme huyu ako na mapepo or something. Maybe anaenda through something, maybe anapitia a season of life, or maybe kuna kitu tu. So, and the church was done at around 4 p.m. At around 4 p.m., I had an office. So I'm in my office with my colleagues, and we were having bites, tea and snacks. Tulikuwa tumeandaliwa. Then natumaniwa na Mrs. Apostle. Mrs. Apostle anasema, Nyambu, unaitwa na Mrs. Apostle. So nikaenda kwa ofisi ya Mrs. Apostle. So Mrs. Apostle is like, hi Nyambu, and I met her with this lady who was not singing, who was not doing anything in the church. So I'm like, oh, this lady, okay. And the lady, besides the lady, there was a baby girl. Very beautiful baby girl, around 8 years. And then the baby girl is so familiar. You will know why it's so familiar. Very familiar. So I'm like, yes, ma'am, you called me. Yes, Nyambu, do you know this lady? I'm like, no, but I saw her in church today. And I don't know her. I've never met her. And then the Mrs. Apostle is telling me, okay, guess who she is? I'm like, I don't know. And then she's like, this is the wife of so and so. I'm like, okay, which so and so? You are fiancé. Now, mark you, I'm wearing even the ring. My Mrs. Apostle and Apostle, they know I'm engaged. Everybody in the church, they know I'm engaged. And they know I'm planning a wedding. And people are excited about it. So, I'm asking, okay, so-and-so wangu ama so-and-so mwingine? Yes, so-and-so wako. So I'm like, nikaangalia mtoto, nikaona na kweli hii sura ni ya so-and-so wangu. Nikaona hii sura haki, nilikuwa inakaa familia juu, ni ya mtu wangu. So when Miss Apostle is like, she's doing the introduction. And this is her daughter. Huh? Her daughter? His daughter. Okay, nikaketi. Nikakosa nguvu miguu. Nikakosa nguvu kwa magoti. Nikaketi. So I'm like, I'm confused. Can you talk to me? Can you explain? Can you tell me? The lady is like, so Mrs. So-and-so, I don't want to mention names. I'm Mrs. So-and-so, and this is our daughter together. We have been married now for 8 years. Whoa! What? Yes. Married, yes. Like legal, yes. Even dowry ilitolewa, kila kitu tuliowana vizuri. Wazazi wangu, wazazi wake, yani mimi ndio bibi yake najulikana. I'm like, no, but we call the parents, and then she's like, I don't know which parents you called, or maybe, I don't know, but I am the wife, this is the child. Wait, Where do you stay? I stay along Thika Road huko hivyo Zimmerman mahali. Sitaki kutaja exactly wapi. I'm like, no, this is not your man. My man stays at Ridgeways. Then the lady tells me, yes, he stays at Ridgeways, but that is not his house. A friend of his traveled to the States, and he was left the key for him to be able to watch over the house of his friend who is in the US. The car he drives was a premium Toyota premium. The car he drives belongs to that friend of his. He has no car. That house belonged to his friend. Nikamwambia, no, I was taken there few months ago, me and another lady called Mary and another lady called Anne, my friends, we went there because when he told me he wants me to know where he lives, and this time now, by this time hii maneno inafanyika, nimehama Huruma Mathare, courtesy of him, amenisaidia kuhama, nimeenda Githurai 45. Amenisaidia hapa na pale, nikaweza kutoka Huruma sasa niko Githurai. So I'm like, I know his place. So he had taken me to his place previously, few months ago, like twice, me and my two friends, and the other time I went me and another friend, because I believe, the way I'm brought up, the values of the church and the belief and all that, I believe that when you are going to visit a young man who is your fiancé or your boyfriend, carry along a friend, those things that we used to do long time ago. Although even now I advocate for them, ili msianguke kwa majaribu. So that is me, then I'm not talking about now. You want to know now? We wacha, niki, wacha. So I had visited that house twice, and the twice I had visited, there was a picture of him on the wall. Akimen. A picture of him on the wall. Actually, two pictures. And it was a one-bedroom house. So, when I entered and saw the picture, this is the house of my man. And now, it's a one-bedroom house. It has fridge. It has a microwave, sofa set, TV set. Like, I could see future. We, saa hiyo we mtu anakaa kwa hiyo nyumba. We ujioni huko ukipika? Ujioni? Ujioni huko we ni bibi sasa ukipika. So I knew my future is awesome. So I'm like telling the wife, he lives in Ridgeways. The wife is telling me, no, he lives in our own small house, one bedroom house in Zimmerman. Hapo hivyo. Okay. So I'm confused. I'm shocked. I'm angry. I'm everything. I am everything. You can call me Madongosto. At that particular moment, I don't know what I want. I don't know who to trust. I don't know whether this woman is talking the truth. I don't know whether why my man did this to me. He have never mentioned even, hata venye mtu usema, I was married and we divorced. I was married and we separated. Never. I've never heard him talk like that. He's telling me he has never married. He's just a young man. So, at least angekuwa ameniambia akona, like a baby mama, or he had a ex-wife or something. At least ningeona, singepotea sana. But right now, I'm blank because I've never heard him talk about any other woman, marriage or dating or a child. So, Miss Apostle is there and asking me now, this man seems he played you. This man has a family. And now we don't know what to do. We are there and I started feeling so bad. And this lady was shocked as well because she didn't know that I don't know. She knew all along I knew. And she knew I am planning to get married with her husband behind her back. I knew. So kuna vile she was carrying a lot of anger. That is why hata nikiimbisha kanisani hangeinua mikono. Because akona anger. Simply, I didn't know. She didn't know that I didn't know. So at that particular moment, she realized I didn't know. And she's like, so you didn't know? I'm like, no, I don't know. You have never told me. Okay, I'm so sorry then. I knew all along. You knew. I'm like, I didn't know. She's shocked as well. We are all shocked. So Miss Apostle said, now what do we do next? I told them, tonight we were having dinner. By that time, they were having crusade. After church, they were having crusade. So we had planned. Akitoka crusade around 7, 8, we go have dinner. Then, anizindikishe, naye aende. And so I told them we were meeting. So we started planning and strategizing because now we need to know the truth. So the lady is like, can we go to my house so that you can see I'm not lying? You go see his clothes. You go see his everything so that you know I'm not lying. And then the Mrs. Apostle say it's a good idea. So, but now they don't have to do dinner. We have to know how they will not do dinner for us to be able to come. And then we call Apostle and we plan this plan. We are going to his house, wait for him there. And then I have to tell him something came up. I will not be able to go to the dinner with him. So I called him. He never picked. I think they were singing. And I texted him. I told him something came up. We are not able to do dinner tonight because we have rushed somewhere with Apostle and Mrs. Apostle and some few ministers to go somewhere to minister. So when he found the message, like 15 minutes later, he called. I told him we are going somewhere with some few people in church. Apostle is going to minister somewhere and we are going all of us. So I'm not able to go to dinner with you, but we can do this dinner tomorrow. And he's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Then I will call you. Once you are done, call me. Or I will call you once I'm home. Good. All right. Then after like 20 minutes, the lady, we say the lady to call. The lady calls and, hi, baby. And he's like, hi. I'm like, like for real? Is this thing happening? I'm in denial. I'm not believing that this guy will do it. Is the guy. I'm still like, this is a wrong guy. This is not my guy. It's the wrong man. This one cannot be mine. Okay, utafika saa ngapi? Akamwambia, I'm in crusade right now, as you can hear. But around 9, I should be in the house. What do you want to eat? So that I can buy on my way home. I'm going home. And he's like, fish. Fish will do with ugali. Okay. Sawa, see you. He, sauti nasikia ndio hiyo. Sauti nasikia ni ya mtu wangu. Lakini bado amendinayo. Paka nione sura. So, tukaenda kwake. And we went there, Apostle, Miss Apostle, myself, one of the elders in the church. Because all these people, they knew we are planning a wedding. So, they are like, we can also not believe. And they want to see if this is the man that we are planning the wedding for. So we went there, and now the wife and the child, and we went. There was a house girl cooking there, here and there. So we went there. Tea was prepared. I cannot tell you how that tea was tasting. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't remember. Because I'm having anxiety and all that bitterness, anger, they are arousing inside of me. Like, how can he do this to me? How can he do this to me? So, at around some minutes to 9, the guy came. And the wife opened the door. We are seated at the sitting room, all of us. Then he see us. Then he feel like fainting. He's like, babe. He's like, Apostle. He's like, Mom, what are you doing here? And we are like, what are you doing here? He was speechless. You don't want to see that moment. You don't want to see it. He was just there like a statue standing. So I'm like, Apostle, let us go. Nikaambia, Mom, let us go. So when I arose, he came, babe, hold me, hug me tight. Don't go. I can explain. It's not what you think I was to tell you. It's only that I didn't find the right time to tell you. A lot of explanation. By that time, I'm pissed off. I'm crying. I'm screaming. I'm shouting. I'm doing all things you can imagine. Then he turned to the wife. Took her by the hand to the bedroom. Then he's shouting, why did you do this to me? Why? They are shouting, they are screaming, they are shouting to each other. So, then we are like, what are we doing here? We have seen by our own eyes. I'm like, God, hey, no. This is not happening. So, We got out, and then he had us getting out. He came running. He is holding me. We are in the stairs. Tukiteremuka kwa stairs. He's holding me. You know what? I want to tell you. I will explain. I will tell you everything. I was to leave this woman. I was to marry you for real. That is why I'm like, dude. I remove the ring. And I give him the ring. And I tell him it's over. And we are leaving. And we left. So, and of course, Apostle, the wife and the elder we were with, they could not leave me in that state. So they took me to my house. I'm crying. Oh my God. I think this is my worst heartbreak I have ever got. This one, I think I was very young. I was naive. I was so trusting. I knew, like, this one, it is my best relationship and my best marriage ever. I thought that in my head. Little did I know, it was the worst. Nililia paka Githurai. Nikalia. I was not able to eat. I was not able to do anything. I just slept. The following week, I was not able even to go to church. I could not function. A whole week, I stayed in the house. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to eat. I was eating by force. Like, literally, I was heartbroken. So, ukisikia mtu ako heartbroken, hakuli, haogi, hataki story, jueni tu ni ukweli. Hizi vitu huhappen. Hey, it was bad. It was bad. So, but I had supportive system. I can say that. Especially people from the church, because they knew, na tulikuwa tumetangazwa we are dating, ndio tukionekana pamoja watu wasianze nini siasa. So I got a lot of support from Mrs. Apostle himself, the leaders of the church and my friends. I got a lot of support. I told my mother told me, come to Mombasa, my baby girl, come. So after a while, I went to Mombasa to my mom, and my mom encouraged me and told me, it is not the end of the world. And thank God, now you have broken up, because if he married you, and now the wife comes, or if it is your wedding day, and now the wife comes, it will be worse. Thank God, it's a broken relationship. It is not a broken marriage. So I got a support after, let's say, 1 month. After sometimes like a month or so, I had started healing. Now I'm back to church. I went back to church after 2 weeks, and everything is now back to normal, though I'm hurting here and there, but I started healing. I started becoming okay, and I became the normal me. And after a while, I got healed. I forgave, and we settled, and I told him, you know what? I don't want to see you in my life. And, it was done. It was done. I don't know whether they continued with their marriage. I don't know. I never followed up. I don't know where they are. I don't know. That one, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. But to me, I really disconnected myself. Hey, let me tell you, people. See, I was given character development. See, I was heartbroken. See, I was not now able to trust men. I got trust issues, Actually, I think it took a long time, a very long time, almost 7 or 6 years for me to be able to trust. For me to be able to trust, like to trust a person when they tell me, I love you and all that. Okay. I found it to, just to give you this story, so that you can know also that you are heartbroken, you are also human, and whatever you are going through, people go through that. Yeah, and because you asked me what was my worst heartbreak, hiyo ilikuwa worst. Hiyo nayo ilikuwa imegraduate. Hiyo ilikuwa group of schools, So that was my worst. But what I learned from this right now that I am who I am today with my age, it's always good to do due diligence, though you cannot know a person fully. And also it's always good to, to check with your, how can I put it? I don't know. But when the deal is too good, like too good, this man, we dated, now this was our 2nd year. And I don't remember when we argued. I don't remember when we fought. I don't remember, like when we broke up. Like, it was so smooth. And I find it funny now. Because right now, after that, the relationship I have been into, what I want to say, I think ours was not a real relationship. To me, it was real. To me, I was good. But to the other person, he was trying all his best to be good and best to me for me not to notice, for me not to know. Yeah, these things, mtu anakuwa mzuri January to December. Sisemi mukosane, muachane and all that. But any relationship has up and downs. It has its own, things. Lazima mtaguarana hapa na pale. Remember, hamjazaliwa pamoja, hamjalelewa pamoja, ni watu wazima wawili mmekutana Nairobi. I believe in, hiyo kuguarana, hiyo friction ndio inafanyanga watu mpaka waguarane, mpaka wanajuana, wana come up to a level ya kujua the other person. But hii smoothness ya mwaka mzima, can you imagine over 1 year hamjaiko sana na mtu, mko tu sawa? So I learned a lot about that. And also, men, if you're married, you're married. If you want to leave your wife to marry another person, why don't you do it? Why don't you finish that? Then go to the other person. Tell them, you know what, let us start something new. So I don't know whether those things exist now, but that happened to me 14 years ago. It was not easy. It was not a walk in the park. It took a lot of energy for me to heal and a lot of intentional for me to heal. It really pains me. Okay. Well, uliniuliza kama nishaipitia heartbreak. Hiyo ni one of the worst. I can tell. One of the worst. And again, I think also as you grow up, there are things that you know that you didn't know. I didn't know a lot that time. I think I was naive. I think I was innocent. I don't know what I was, but I was, just that young girl. Nimemaliza shule, nimepata Jimmy, then ndio huyo mimi nimepatana na, the love of my life. And then, boom, to find he's not. So, guys, it's good to heal from heartbreaks. Because if I never healed, I wouldn't believe in love until today. And what I can say, I believe there is still also real love. Real love is there. You can find a person that will love you for real. A person that will love you for real. There is real love. But can we be true? Men, can we be true? Women, can we be true? Can we be true? Aki, can we be true? Can we be true? Maana tunaharibu mioyo ya watu, tunavunja mioyo ya watu huku nje. So anyway, guys, that was my worst heartbreak, and that was my worst, the worst of all heartbreaks I've ever gone through. Hey, that was bad. Though I was young, I was 26, but it was bad. But if I know what I know today, singeanguka kwa hiyo mtego. Hiyo mtego ilininasa for almost 2 years. But we thank God for all. And I thank God that it happened. We broke up at the level of relationship, not the level of marriage. So watu wangu wenye walikuwa nauliza, have you ever gone through heartbreak? How was it? It was bad. And it left me with a lot of dents. Not trusting men, not be able to love again, real love and all that. But after a while, I overcame and I got healed and I'm good now. Yes, I can say I'm good. So, that is the story of my life. Hiyo ni ile hamjui. Hiyo mlikuwa mnajua hiyo? Hiyo hamjui, sijai wapea. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Edit Life with PM. And I'm looking forward for another episode, exciting episode right here. If you're new here, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Give me that gift. Encourage me by subscribing so that I feel good and I bring a lot of things. And also when you subscribe, YouTube will notify you anytime we upload something. And also when you subscribe, you will be adding value to my YouTube channel, which I will really appreciate. When I give you, I give you content, that is educative or inspirational and all that, you give me back a subscription. Why don't you touch that button? And also share this video Also bring your comment. Do you have any question? Ask me at the comment section. Niulize hiyo swali. Nitakujibu. Unaona nimejibu hii. Niulize hiyo swali. Kama kuna topic unataka tuongelele, iongee hapo. I-post hapo kwa comment. I will tackle it together with my team. We are going to look at it and give you what you ask. Till we meet again, it's PM. God bless you.